Among Us, the game that destroys more friendships than Uno, conquered the gaming world by making morally terrible behavior fun. To be fair, that's true for a lot of video games, which is part of the appeal. But in Among Us, by far the most fun part is being an imposter, with its delicate dance of diversion and deceit. You have to pretend to be something you're not, and it's crucial to get other players to support you, or at least not suspect you. Basically, it's kinda like politics. But I don't want to dampen the mood with real-world examples. I mean, this game is about lying, deceiving, plotting, intriguing, and betraying everybody you know and love. So, fun for the whole family. But how exactly do you do that? You can either watch Game of Thrones, or if you don't want to wait that long for being disappointed by the ending, you can listen to these 6 tips for you to stab everyone in the back and be the last one standing. Number 1. Be discreet. This might sound incredibly obvious, but do not be seen while committing a crime. In Among Us, it is for some ominous reason highly illegal to brutally murder crewmates and also to use the vents as a mode of transportation. If found out, both of those things will result in certain death by democratic ejection into space. So make sure there are no witnesses left alive, nobody sees you coming from the body's direction, Big Brother is not watching, aka the cameras aren't blinking red, and you have fabricated a watertight alibi. Number 2. Create distraction. Panic masses are your friend because they get distracted easily and lose focus. If you need some room to breathe, use the ancient art of sabotage to create a system failure and direct the pawns where you want them to go. They will forget all about the psychopath in their midst and mindlessly go for the obvious distraction. For example, make a kill and then sabotage the other side of the map to have some time to mingle and get an alibi before the body is found. Also, the lights are always good for snagging a quick kill, since the crewmates are normal people with vision impairment in the dark, whereas you are an alien monstrosity in a cute little body, not needing light to see your next victim. Number 3. Plan ahead. Know what your opponents are planning to do and attack them when they're most vulnerable. The task stations are your best tool for that. Pretend to do tasks yourself like you're one of the sheep, not the wolf, seemingly achieving something for the common good. And when an opportunity arises, strike swiftly and without mercy. Then get away from the crime scene and mingle with the leftovers for a while for an alibi. If things are going really well, you can even blame somebody else for what you did. Number 4. Create division. Should a body be found, or a meeting be called, be a snake and spread your venom. Try to divide the crew into conflicting parties that work against each other by sowing doubt wherever you can. A good way to keep them fighting is to skillfully spread snippets of misinformation to lead some of those gullible fools astray, or even better, and less suspicious, validate someone else's false claim without being too obvious about it so it can't be traced back to you. Should the intel turn out to be false, which it is, you can sacrifice the scapegoat and simply move on. Number 5. Make allies. To win the game, you need to trick people into being on your side, but in order to gain their support, you will have to provide a service in return. A good way to do that is to give them security in form of an alibi. Giving testimony to someone's innocence will usually gain at least your chosen one's trust and decrease the chances of you being called sus, if not done too dramatically. The more allies you have, the better. But of course, should they become inconvenient, you will drop them like a hot potato for your own benefit. Number 6. Mind your words. To survive in the hostile environment created by the crewmates, for all you know they constantly threaten to exterminate your entire species, you need to develop a keen sense of when to take the lead in the conversation and when to shut the f*** up. Generally, you shouldn't be too offensive because it draws unwanted attention. But not saying anything at all is also very bad and will end your guerrilla takeover early. So you don't want to be too quiet, because that is just very sus, as the kids call it. Knowing how to play the masses and get out of sticky situations is the key to victory. The conclusion. This code of conduct for being an imposter in Among Us is nuanced, complicated, and highly situational. But one basic rule stands out very clearly. Under no circumstances should you ever be caught in the act of an assassination or other incriminating behavior like using the vents. Be patient, act calculated, and in the end, victory shall be yours. I'm Patillo. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and consider subscribing, or follow me on Twitch or Twitter. Have an awesome day, and don't trust anyone.